How's everybody doing? My name is John, and welcome back to Addiction. Today we're sitting with Jamie. She's gone through a journey in her life between the struggles of sobriety and the uses and the lifestyle that's on the street to becoming very successful what she's doing, helping many people in the community. So we're going to talk a little bit, Jamie, about how things are going. How you doing, Jamie?
Good.
You doing all right?
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I appreciate you being here. It took like a couple of steps to get here. So there was a lot of things, like I met you through where you work at now.
Mm-hmm.
You showed me a lot of things. It's amazing what you do. I appreciate it. And I see a lot of stories. And I read some of your stuff on social media, and the most recent sets where you share, I was like, wow, that's crazy what you shared. And so for me, it's like, but you went through a journey yourself. You went through this.
Yes.
And how long ago did that happen?
When I started?
I was
12 years old.
You were 12?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think I was going to hear that.
Yeah, I started drinking when I was 12. So,
okay.
That was what kicked it off for me.
Okay. So how did it progress? What happened?
So I'm from here. So I'm from Vegas. And it was basically just partying. The group of friends I was hanging out with smoked weed and drank and went to house parties and all that. And it was really normal.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't think there was anything wrong with what I was doing. I was just doing what my friends did, and I enjoyed it. I liked, the feeling of drinking or smoking weed. And then I experimented with other drugs along the way in high school and could put it down, take it, leave it, just thought I was doing stuff to have fun. It wasn't
right.
Something I needed, so I never knew there was anything to be worried about, that you could become addicted to something like that. And I got out of high school. I got into the nightlife scene out here in Vegas, and very quickly found meth, and I liked it, and I did that for a while, but I could stop. I could stop for a week at a time, and it wasn't, I just thought I was partying. I just thought this is what you do. You become, you get into this lifestyle, and everyone's doing it, and it's, it helps me work, it helps me do this, and so, not, like I said, I did, looking back, I know I had an issue at the time, but in that moment, I didn't think that there was an issue.
Well, you were young, too.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're young, it's 12. I didn't think it was when you're 12. That's wild.
Yeah.
But when you're that young, everything seems like a big ball of games and fun. And it is what it is,
Yeah.
But it's interesting that you could use and then cut off.
Yeah.
So a lot of people couldn't do that.
Right.
So now, as you went through high school, did it actually get worse after high school?
I just graduated to harder drugs.
The harder drugs.
Yeah, and the drinking was more frequent because now I was doing it when I worked, because I was in a club. So you almost had to drink to make money, know, because the customers. When I went to a 21 and over club, it was all, that's how you made money. So I was drinking continuously. I wanted to, but I was also drinking because I made money when I drank with the customers and at work. And so I was like, I could get away with it. I'm like, what better job is this? I'm drinking, I'm making money, and I'm taking home cash every night, and I'm paying, for my place to live. And so I didn't really see it as a problem. Things would happen to me that should have, shaken me up. I wrecked my car and things like that, but it wasn't anything that I didn't think I could handle. I was like, okay, well, it comes with the territory type thing. I was enjoying myself for the most part. I didn't think that there was too much wrong with what I was doing. But I look back now and I'm like, oh my God, you were just chaos. Your whole life was, your whole life was destruction. But in that moment, I didn't think I had a problem with anything. I thought for sure I could stop if I had to. I didn't see the need to. But
did it become uncontrolled?
No, I never got withdrawals from alcohol, and then obviously with meth, I think there's no real withdrawal, but I could always stop. It was when I started, when I would first consume, I couldn't stop the amount. But I didn't know that was a sign of alcoholism at that age. I had no clue. I'm like, oh, well, I don't, I'm not shaking when I wake up. I'm not, throwing up when I'm not withdrawing per se. So I thought I didn't have a problem.
I understand that too, because drinking was a thing for me a while back. Like whiskey was a whiskey thing, but I would take like 1.75 liter bottle of Crown down tonight.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, it's a weekend, it's okay.
Right.
But it was not okay.
Right. But then it became, oh, well, it's my job, so it's really okay. And then I'm doing it every day because it's either my job or I'm relaxing because I'm off work. So, but I mean, I didn't get to the point where I withdrew. So, like I said, it wasn't. I didn't see it as a problem. I just thought I was just living this party lifestyle.
Party lifestyle, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you became an adult,
mm-hmm.
how did things transition there?
So I lived that lifestyle for many years, like not many, but like 4 or 5 years. And when I was 24 and I got pregnant, I had to stop everything, and I did. And I drank one time when I was pregnant, and after I had my baby, they prescribed me. I mean, typical story, right? Doctor prescribed you pain pills, and I had taken pills randomly at parties, but never really like felt the effects of an opiate completely sober. And so when I took the pills after I had my baby, I was like, I really like this feeling, and I fell in love with the feeling that opiates give you, and it literally was just a spiral downhill from that day moving forward on my opiate journey. Like, I couldn't go without those.
Wow. A lot of people with pills get addicted, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So from the pills, I've been mental health for over 14 years.
Yeah.
So everybody says, oh, I took pills and this is what happened, and they went to this and went to that, and they try to find something stronger to get the addiction going.
Yeah.
So I know the name of your book.
Yes.
So was that a situation?
Yeah, heroin? Yes.
Yeah.
Heroin was So my older sister was an addict when I was growing up, and I knew she did heroin, and I always told myself, like, if I ever got my hands on heroin, like, it's downhill. I knew. I had no idea what heroin even was, but I knew that that heroin was going to be my thing from, like, young. And I was like, I'll never do it. And, typical thing. I was prescribed I want to say Norcos or Lortabs. And, ran out of those. Doctor wouldn't give me more. Went and found Roxy's on the street. And then started smoking the Roxy's, and then one day my Roxy dealer was like, I don't have any Roxy's, and by that time I am getting withdrawals from the pills because I'm doing them every single day, and he's like, but I have heroin, and I'm like, yep, like no questions, yep, I want it. Like I had given up control at that point. Like I almost was like, I'm fine with this. I was, like I said, I was in love with the way that they made me feel, and it's almost like when you're in love with a person, because it's like you're when you're first, and at that age, you're in love with somebody, like, you're obsessive, it's like, it takes over your whole mind. It was like that, but with a drug. Like, it was like, I need this, I'm gonna do anything to get this, like, just the obsession, and, like, nothing else mattered at that point. So it was heroin from that moment. I think I was, like, I don't know, my son was, like, 6 months old when I first tried heroin, and it was over from that day.
Wow. So, everything stopped. How long have you been sober?
6.5 years.
6.5 years. That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
A
long time.
Yeah. But the time flies by, though.
It does. I never thought I would have 6.5 years sober. I remember sitting in AA rooms when I was, like, first trying to get sober and seeing people with time and being like, oh, yeah, that doesn't even seem possible. Now it's like, what?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like...
Did you ever go through, like, triggers or relapses as you were trying to fight this sobriety?
I don't even call them relapses because I really never really wanted to get sober. Like, I went to rehabs, but it wasn't anything of my own want, or it was, for my mom or for this, my family to get my kid back. It was always, like, for everyone else. Like, I knew deep down that, like, I didn't want to give up getting high. I wanted all the things back, but I didn't really want to give up getting high. But I was willing to try, and I would go through a couple rehabs, and I would give it my all, but something was just in the back of my head, like, you're not ready, you're not ready, you're not ready. And so I don't even call them relapses, even though I was sober for a continuous amount of time. I wouldn't say, oh, I relapsed. Like, I don't think I was ever really in recovery. I think I was just trying to fake it till you make it type deal. And I don't think I ever made it. Yeah.
How do you know you're ready? What would you say? How would you know you're ready?
Yeah, I was just done. I had never felt that way before. It's like they always say, like, the light bulb, and it's like, it was so true, like a light bulb turned on, and it was like, are you done yet? And I don't know why, how, when, like, it just was like, all right, enough's enough. Like, you've done enough, you've had enough fun, you've caused enough pain, get your shit together.
Yeah, I tell a lot of clients too. I usually, I don't know when I'm ready. I say, when you're completely exhausted. Yeah. So I tell people, it's a different feeling. I think that's, and it just your story, but I'd say that's what I felt. I was just like, yeah, this isn't working. And I didn't tell other people about this, but I lost my son. He passed away. So for every drink of whiskey I took, I thought I'd see him again. It was a weird feeling I went through.
Oh, wow.
And it wasn't happening. But I became this alcohol guy with whiskeys and buying a bottle every weekend and a couple of days straight, and it was stupid, right? But I mean, I tried to figure it out. But I was also that guy, people like, hey man, you're drinking a lot. I'm like, no man, it's weekend. I was that guy. And I'm just hanging out with you guys. Because yeah, but bro, like, and then my wife was like, she would get upset. She's like, you're drinking heavily, like.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it just seems heavy, but it's not really much. Like, I had every excuse in the world.
Yeah.
But I get what just when you said that, I was like, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and I don't think you have to get that. I've seen a lot of people that haven't had the light bulb moment, and they've still worked their butt off and faked it till they made it, and have made it. But for me, I was the type that needed to exhaust all methods of, using. Like, I just had to. I had to burn my life into the ground and stay in there for a while till I was just tired. And I'm like, all right.
Did you have support?
In the beginning, yeah, I had tons of support, but eventually my family cut me off.
See, I was going to ask you that question too, because you said 12. Yeah. So I was asking you had parental support because of twice young.
Well, my mom was an alcoholic when I was growing up, so a lot of what I did was what I saw her do, and so she got sober when I turned 21 because she saw me going downhill, and she was the type that just walked into a meeting and was like, I'm done. And it stuck, and so she tried to carry me through my addiction in the beginning, but I mean, I stole from my parents. I did a lot of damage to them, and so finally that they were like, we can't help you anymore. Like, they put me in rehab after rehab and took care of my son, and I was just not ready. And so finally they just cut ties and said, listen, come back to us when you're ready. Better. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. So now you did all this stuff. You lived the chaotic life, as you put it, for a while. You challenged every obstacle when it came to substance abuse and stuff like that. And then when you're sober, you've been sober 6.5 years. When you became so what did you do? I mean, I know you helped a lot of people. Mm-hmm. So what was your first? What step did you take on the sobriety?
So when I first got out of prison, it was COVID. So there was it was COVID. So I ended up. I found TikTok. I didn't know what it was.
TikTok.
Yeah, I had no idea. I found TikTok, and I found like these people like recovering on there, and they were like, talking about meetings and talking about like this support group, and I just started following all these people, and like eventually we built like this whole group of us, and we would do Zoom calls, and we were kind of just like each other's support through it all, and my family had started letting me back in, and I couldn't go anywhere, thank God, because the world was shut down. So like I was pretty much like just stayed in my house for a whole year. Yeah, like just on my social media, which I built this crazy big recovery family, and it just kind of worked for me, and because I wasn't able to go out there and do what Jamie does best, and then and so yeah. So once that was over and the world started opening back up, I was like, I gotta get to some in-person groups, and then so I went to start some in-person groups, and then that's how I started building my foundation and my family, my tribe that I've built out here is through those in-person groups, which just has taken me to a whole different level.
Wow. Well, I see what you do where you work.
Yeah.
You're constantly moving. I know that. Constantly moving. I tried talking to you over there and like, hey, real quick, yep.
I know.
Good. You know, so it's just like, and then I turn around, you're gone. Like, where'd she go? So, but you do a lot of work, and you help so many people. Like honestly, to watch you is inspiring.
Thank you.
It really is, because a lot of people, they help, but they don't help. I think you do a smidgen of what could be done, and you go above and beyond. I've seen that, and it's nice to see that, because when, like I said, I've been in the field for so long that I know a lot of agencies are kind of like, hey, what we can get done is what we get done. If they don't get done, it is what it is. But for you, you're like, no, this is what it is, and we gotta do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a completely different ballgame.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just nice to see. I mean, at work, with everything that you do, I know you're so busy, your mind's everywhere.
Yeah.
When you help people, when you see people going through the struggle, how do you feel? What do you think?
Different emotions. I can put myself in their shoes, obviously. I have been in their shoes, and I'm not perfect, I feel like I have a lot of burnout. I've been doing this 5 years, and so it's like I try and step back, because when I do feel like that, because it's like you need to realize where these people are coming from. Like, it's probably the worst day of their life, or pretty close to it, and you're the person they're looking to for guidance. So you have to really, really think like, okay, if I am this person and I'm coming to, what can I do to make your day better? Like, one lady today, she came in and she was yelling at me, and I mean,
what did you do?
nothing. But like, I was like, okay, let me just get you through this process. She did not want to hear what I had to say. She was like, I don't want to hear you talk anymore. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay, well, and so like, what do you say to that? But all she wanted was a cup of coffee and a cigarette, and so I ended up getting her a cup of coffee and a cigarette, and then she ended up lowering all her defenses in an instant. Like, it was just, she was upset about something that happened in the morning, and so once, like, I found out I could get her a cup of coffee and a cigarette, and she would talk, like, so it's really, really, you just gotta put yourself in their shoes and not get so, and it's hard because I am busy and I get impatient, because I'm dealing with all of these other things.
Right.
But I have a great team where I work, and they know some things are not my forte. So, if it's someone coming through the door, like, can you see what they need? And then if I need to step in, I will, which is amazing.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, well, like I said, you're moving. So it's kind of hard to, like, but then now what about those that come to you for all this help, you do all this work for them, you get them set up, and nothing. They just take the step in the wrong direction. How does that?
mean, it happens. We have people that don't make it all the time.
I know.
And it's like, I have to, the wins for me, and I don't want to say cancel all that out, because they don't cancel all that out, but it's like the wins I have to focus on the wins. I have to focus on the wins. Like, I lost a guy a week and a half ago, I think, and it was super hard, and
I read that, and it's just very interesting what you wrote. I'm like, how does that to that?
Yeah, it was crazy. The day before, he had graduated his program, and then that night, and we didn't even get along. I taught his class, and we didn't get along very well, mainly because he didn't like, he thought I was strict, and he ended up giving me a nice letter after, like a card saying thank you, when he completed my class, and then asked me to go to his graduation, and so I did, and then that found that out. So it was really hard on me. But then I have, again, one of my clients that works for us today come in and tell me all about the great things he's doing, and he's going to speak at the gala, and so you have to, like, I have to go, like, this is the reason why I'm doing it. Like, this is the exact reason why I'm doing it. And then, the client's mom, also the one that passed, also, his mom said, thank you for giving me my son back the last year of his life. So, yeah. Like, that's amazing, heavy statement for his mother to make. But then I got to think about it like that. Like, we are doing all we can. I cannot stop someone from going back out. I cannot stop someone from, overdosing and passing away. I can't help what's going to happen. I personally believe it was written in the stars before, so it's like...
Well, the final decision's theirs.
Right.
There's not much. You can do what you can when they're there.
Yeah.
And you hope for the best after that. I mean... Right.
So, just my wins, my big wins. I focus on my wins, and I fortunate enough to have clients that come in on a daily basis or call me on a daily basis that have wins. So it's like, okay, you know, that keeps me going. If it was all negative, I couldn't do it.
So I've heard this too. I've heard that, oh, I just wanted to celebrate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I've heard that. And it's like, but if you went through all of that.
Yeah.
It's
well, they don't think they're going to die.
I know. But still.
I mean, I wouldn't think so. Like, I mean, and don't get me wrong. I have thought 100 million times since I got sober, like, I could just go out one time. It's natural. It's a naturally occurring process for an addict's brain to do. Now, I have the tools to not do that.
What is your tool?
So for me, I mean, I just replay all the bad things that happen. You know, like, for me, I'm like, okay, do you want to lose your house, your car, your job, your bank account? Like, look, because it will all happen. It might not happen today when I go use, but it's going to happen eventually. So I tell myself, and if that doesn't work, then I call my friends or go out with my friends or do something to say, hey, I'm having a really hard day. I know that it's not. I know I don't actually want to use. I know it's me just having a hard day, and that's one of my coping mechanisms is using. It is.
Right.
So,
most people have that with addiction, have that situation.
So I know
so
better.
When you think about, I think I want to go do it, use your tool so you don't do it.
Right.
I'm glad you don't do it. You know, so I don't think anybody would have your position to be able to handle the way you do. I'm going to tell you that now. You know, so it's just, but it is a lot. I think that's another thing too is, do you feel overwhelmed? Because like I said, man, you are busy. You know, and do you feel overwhelmed? Do you get that point of like, I just got to take a breather somewhere? I got to...
So I mean, thank God I work in the space that I work in because I work with some of my best friends.
Right.
Like I can go upstairs to, you know, my boss's or my coworker's office and I can literally just sit on the couch and I can just be honest and I can tell them the truth and I can say, look at this is, there's no judgment. There's no like, because he's my boss, he's gonna like say, you know, I'm not gonna be in trouble for my feelings, and he's gonna walk me through them, and then, you know, and then I do have my breaks. Like I make sure that, you know, Saturdays and Sundays are mainly for me. You know, I'll do one or two things, but I'm cut off of the world those days because my life is so chaotic during the week and go. Because I don't stop when I'm at work. I can't. Like there's things that need to get done, and I gotta get them. And I'm the type of person, if you put something in front of me, it has to get done. Like now, don't give me a task and expect me to turn it in 2 weeks later. Like I'm gonna, okay, what's the priority on this? It's gonna get done. So, yeah, I just think that's my work ethic and how I work, and I feel accomplished when I get stuff done that way.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, I'm still the same way. I feel you. I just like.
Yeah, everyone's like, how long did it take you to write your book? I was like, I don't know, 3 months. Like what? I was like.
3 months.
Yeah, I told myself I was going to write my book, and I literally went home after work, wrote my book. I was on a trip to New Orleans, and I was on the plane writing, and I was in the room writing. You know, like...
That's awesome.
Well, yeah, once I started going, it was like, all right, you're going to get... you know, once I set my mind to something, it's going to happen.
So, Jamie mentioned her book, so we're just going to jump right at that right now. So, Jamie wrote a book right here called Heroin. I have not yet read it. It's my fault. Okay, but I want to read it. There's a lot of things in the back, and it's crazy because she actually put a photo before and after, which is amazing.
That's my mugshot.
That's your mugshot? That's your mugshot. So, you get to see your mugshot.
Yeah.
Where are you selling this book at?
Amazon.
Yeah. I think Amazon sells everything.
Yeah.
I got to get a book. This is going to happen. I have to buy the book. So... It's very interesting to see people make changes, and I think that putting your story in a book for other people to understand is amazing. You know, you could tell people all sorts of things, you know, and sometimes they'll listen, but sometimes when someone's just in a quiet space and reads it, something else. Right. So tell me a little bit about your book.
It's basically just my whole story. You know, when I was in jail, I would read. What I liked to read was like stories of people that were like me that got help or got better, so I always told I would start writing my book in jail. Every time I was in jail, I'd start writing it, and then but I decided, like there was no happy ending to it, right? There was like nothing good to put in. It was all just my junk that I had lived through, and even though like some of it was like some crazy stuff, I'm like, there's nothing good, you know, and plus I was still in my active addiction. So when I did get sober, I was like, I'd really like to write a book one day eventually and have some, good stuff. So 5 years sober, and I'm like, listen, I got enough stuff to make half of it, the bullshit that I dealt with in my life, and then half of it the really good stuff, because I have enough good stuff that almost outweighs the bad, and it does now, I feel like. So it was really cool that I just put it all on paper, and once I started writing, it just all came out.
Wow. So when you were writing the book, though, going through your story, right, did anything kind of like, when you were sitting there writing, maybe you backspace a little bit, maybe something else came up?
Yeah, there was some stuff that I forgot. I mean, and I don't know if it's forgot. I just like put in a different part of my mind. There were, I was, I hitchhiked from some part in California, and the guy basically raped me. And
are you serious?
Yeah, and it was, but I almost let it happen, but then at the end it was like, get off me, like, because like he had said that I had agreed to stuff, but like I put that out of my mind because it was, a traumatic event, and right. So when I was writing my book, I'm writing my book and I'm reading it out loud to my fiance. I'm trying to because I want to hear how it's flowing, and I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even. And it clicked in my mind, you didn't even put that in your book. So I'm like, I had to go back and I had to edit it and put that in. And I even said in my book, like, I have never even said this out loud or on paper or anything, because it's been part of my story that I've just shoved so deep far down, and I don't even know why, because I have a lot of pretty gnarly things in that book. And things that I'm open about. But I wanted to put everything on paper because, like you said, when I speak on podcasts, when I speak in meetings, when I speak in anywhere, you don't get the whole story. You don't know exactly the stuff that I've been through or the good stuff I've done. Like, there's not enough time in the day for me to tell you all of it in an hour or 30 minutes. And so I'm like, for people to really understand where I came from and what I'm doing now, it needs to all be in one place. And so that's where that came from.
Wow. I'm so sorry you went through that. That's traumatic.
It's part of the game.
Well, yeah, I know. People say it, but I understand, because a lot of people do tuck that stuff, on their trauma and stuff like that, something you don't want to remember. And I know, clinically speaking, they say a lot of people have a part of their brain that tucks that, and you don't think about it. But they do say that something could trigger that thought to come back.
Yeah.
Some people, you dealt with it well, but some people don't.
Yeah.
So it's wild. So
I've dealt with worse stuff. That's why I was like, why that? Like...
Well, because maybe it's one thing you hit from.
Yeah. It probably was. Yeah.
Did you go through therapy?
No.
Never went to therapy ever? Mm-mm. Don't like therapists?
No, I just haven't. I'm busy. Literally.
I think Jamie would be like the rescheduling queen of all of her therapy appointments.
I really would. I'm trying to get a tattoo appointment scheduled, and it's like, we've been going back and forth since December, and it's like, it's just not working out, the schedule conflict, but it's okay. It's all right.
You got to set up to where you're doing your work and then you're tattooing at the same time.
I know.
Right? There you go. Getting it all done. So what do you do exactly for a living?
Okay, so I'm the Assistant Community Engagement Supervisor for Crossroads of Southern Nevada. So I run outreach department, all the referrals that come through, and then all the court clients that are in our facility or in our program. I monitor their progress and get them out of jail and into our program, that sort of thing. And then I am a case manager for Shine a Light. So we have a new contract that we just got going, and me and my coworker George are heading it up and trying to get that off the ground and make sure everything goes smoothly with that. And and then I am on the board of directors, or board for, I don't know what it's called, board for Narcan at Night. So I'm the treasurer for that. So we just got that. We just started that as a nonprofit. It's been going on for 3 years. The largest harm reduction event in Nevada. So this will be our 4th year, and we just became a 501c3 last week, I think.
Wow.
So yeah, so
that's cool.
We have that, and then I'm on the board of the Recovery Advocacy Project, which is a group of us that advocate either to impose or to change bills regarding the recovery community. And then I'm on the committee, it's Advisory Committee for Resilient Nevada, which is the committee that decides where opiate funds are put to use, I guess. I just started it, so we're going to see what that's about.
So you have a lot going on.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm in Leadership Las Vegas this year. So
you're doing Leadership Las Vegas?
Leadership Las Vegas, it's a 10-month long program for the top 60 leaders in Las Vegas, put on by the Vegas Chamber of Commerce. So you do an application process and do interviews, and then they choose 60 of the leaders across the Vegas Valley, and they put you through a 10-month program where every month is different, and you have different events and homework assignments and things to do. Like for each section of the city, like business, we have business month, we have community safety net month, so we have different kinds of months, and then you just learn the ins and outs of Las Vegas. So I'm a part of that until June. I'll graduate that.
Well, I love everything you say except for homework.
It's not really homework. It's not really homework. It's like tours of facilities and stuff. They call it homework.
They call it homework.
Yeah.
No, that's amazing. I mean, you keep adding to your schedule.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. She wants to get things done. You can keep adding to your schedule.
Yeah.
But no, it's amazing that you keep
and
adding.
I'm graduating with a certificate in addiction treatment services from UNR next month, I think.
Look at you.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to get through the day.
The day? Or I'm just tired listening to you. No, it's amazing though. It's amazing. What's your favorite thing you like about what you do?
I just like the people. I really truly just like the people. I enjoy Vegas. I enjoy the community that we have. With everything that I do, I'm in so many different sectors and spread out so far across the valley that like I have friends in every single place, and the community here is amazing. It truly, truly is the best community to be in. I don't know, I've never, worked in any other community, but I feel like Vegas has a really strong, not even just recovery community. I mean, just people in general, if that really care for the city. And I love the people that I work with.
Okay. What's the one thing you dislike? Unless there's a few.
I mean, how much work there is to do. I mean, it's like, I feel like we are just out here trying to, break down silos and barriers to treatment and all those kinds of things, and it just feels like it's never ending, right? You feel like you got one thing crossed off the list, and then another thing pops up, and it's like, the safety net has not worked for so long, like, and trying to get people to work together, it's like, it's really, really hard. When you think like we're all working for the same thing, there's no competition. There's enough beds. There's enough, people out there suffering for all of us. Like there really is. So I just think it's just a process, and it's there's so much more work to do, and that overwhelms me. Thinking of like how much more work there is to do. That's where I'm like, oh my god. So it's like I just gotta work day to day, get focused on what I can, get done that day, and then hopefully make some positive changes as they come.
Okay. I'm the what do you mean guys. Every time I'm at the office, someone says something. What do you mean? I just keep moving. So I know I got more work to do now.
Yeah.
Because I that's one thing I don't depend on other people. I gotta get it done. I feel like you gotta jump in, because if you wait for the people to do what needs to be done, they'll be upset in the end. So I'm always just doing all the work as much as I can. I mean, I was on the way here. I'm off of work. I'm on the way here to see you, and owner calls me right away. Hey, John, how was your day? And this and that. I'm like, do I have to talk about it after?
You're like, I do not want to talk about it.
Why are we doing this?
I mean, I think it's a 24/7 job. I think
it is.
It's like it has to be your purpose, and it has to be your driver, and it has to be good. Not even good, but to be good in these kind of spaces. Like this has to be your life. You have to like live for this kind of stuff. If a client calls me at 9:00 at night, if I'm up, I'm answering.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening.
And I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Correct.
So it's like, you have to love what you do. And I do. And I know you do too.
Oh, I love it. I don't like the notes. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I like the notes.
I know.
But, I love what I do. I think a big part of me, like I asked you, like my biggest thing is I love helping people. The one thing I hate the most is I get in my car and I get to go home, and some people don't get to do that.
Yeah.
And that breaks my heart. So I know they can do that, and they can just put the work in,
right.
But it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts. But no, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, Jimmy, what are we gonna do here? I mean, you're doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, are you gonna open your own facility one day or what?
I'm gonna relax. hopefully at the end of this year, I'm gonna relax a little bit. No, I want to grow with Shine. I want to grow with Crossroads. I truly love the organizations that I work for. Crossroads is the largest indigent treatment center in Nevada, and we're only getting bigger. And I don't have plans on leaving that anytime soon. Shine is growing exponentially, and I love the work that we do. And I will work under the people I work under in both organizations until they won't have me anymore. I have, I just want to keep growing. I hope Narcan at Night can go. I would love for it to go into different states. And
so explain cities. Narcan at Night, because most people don't even know what you're talking about.
So we came up with Narcan at Night. It is now the largest overdose or harm reduction event in Nevada, but we just came together. So a group of 5 of us went to Mobilize Recovery in DC, which is a national organization, and they gave us a piece of homework. They said, we want you to come up with a plan for an event in your community. And so we all thought about it, and we were like, all right, Narcan at Night, let's hand out Narcan. And there was like 30 volunteers the first year. We threw on some backpacks, started handing out Narcan. It was nothing big. And then the next year it grew to, I don't remember how many, 100 plus volunteers. And then this last year, it was over 500 volunteers, and it has just grown. So we were like, okay, we need to do something about this, because we want to take it to hopefully different. We're hoping for 1,000 volunteers this year. It's on September 12th this year, and we're hoping to get 1,000 volunteers and over 10,000 doses of Narcan handed out across the Vegas Valley. It's literally just volunteers putting on a backpack full of Narcan and going through the valley and talking to people about what Narcan can do and does, and passing it out if they're willing to take it. And we got, city council members involved. We got police members involved. People, like all over, all different kinds of sectors of the community have come to help us with this organization, and hoping to bring it into areas that need it. So different cities, maybe different states eventually. That would be amazing to grow that. And yeah, definitely want to expand Narcan as much as we can. But other than that, I would love, for Shine Light to open a California chapter so I can just move to the beach, but it's
expensive in California.
I know.
I mean, gas is over $8 a gallon.
I just want, I will retire on a beach. I'll tell you that much. I will retire somewhere on a beach.
That's right. But
that's cool.
That's when you're retired and not having to worry about nothing.
Yeah. I'll still be answering my phone though.
Yeah. Listen, I would visit California, but traveling on their highways is horrible. So if I was retired not caring, I'm good.
Yeah, just give me a little beach cottage. You know what I'm saying? Like, just retire me on a beach cottage. I'll be fine.
Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. So hopefully what we can do too is I would love to, I own Sober and Strong.
Yeah.
And I would love to put your guys' flyer on the website.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love to put whatever it is for heroin, where you purchase it, any type of things that you have. I would love to put that in the website.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of things I would like to do to incorporate all the great things that you and the company you work for does.
Yeah.
The event, I was laughing. I was at the event on Sunday, and this lady got a couple tables, and it was all the boxes of soaps. And she was ripping the tops off, like, I know where those came from.
Yeah.
Same logo on the outside. Yeah. So, but it went really well. She had a lot of stuff out, went really well. Right. And that's another thing too, is I'm trying to find deodorant. You can never find deodorant.
Oh my God, no. I know, it's one thing we barely have. I don't even think we have any, to be honest.
I know. It's like, we're giving them soap, no deodorant.
Yeah, so but anyone wants to donate deodorant.
Please donate deodorant. We need deodorant.
I mean, you can imagine. That's probably what people need the most.
It's deodorant.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's great. I mean, everything you're doing. So it's just, what future plans do you have for yourself?
I don't know yet. Everything comes, I didn't expect to do leadership last year. It kind of just got thrown in my lap. Like I said, the book took 3 months. I was like, I'm doing this, it really comes. I got the grant for school that came out of nowhere, and I refuse to pay for school, but I got a grant to do this program. Like, things just kind of pop up, and I don't say no.
Oh.
So I don't know what's next. I think we're just gonna have to wait and see. I'd like to take a little break. I would like to take a little break and just chill out for maybe 6 months and just kind of focus on Shine, Crossroads, Narcan at Night. But
is that gonna be a second book?
I mean, who knows? Maybe.
I'm just saying. I
might get bored. See, that's the thing. I do get bored, and then I'll be like, oh, I need to relax, and I'll try and relax, and I'll be like, I need to do something. I need to find something to do. So you never know.
I just want to laugh. I'm gonna wait Maybe I'll get a text that says, "Yep, John, right now." So I just laugh.
Started it.
There it is. Started. Done deal. It's done deal. So, now you have a fiance.
Yes.
What does he do?
He's a warehouse supervisor.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Even that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Long hours.
Did he go through the struggle too?
No.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Really? Okay.
Nope. He was a normie.
He's a norm. I've heard it so many times. Normies.
Yeah. He actually smoked weed when we started dating, and I was like, "Listen, you can smoke weed. I'm not trying to change you, but I just don't want it around me. I don't want it around my kid. Like, I just need you to understand that I don't want to be around someone who's high all the time." And he had to get clean to like get a job or something. And he's like, "Yeah, well, I'm just not gonna smoke anymore." I'm like, "Okay, like, cool." And like he just put it down. So I say he's a normie because I don't know. He doesn't drink. He hasn't drank since we got together. You know, they're just.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. So, Narcan at Night, we need help with Narcan at Night. Some people can come on out and help out. If you're an agency, please come out.
Yes, find us on Facebook, Narcan at Night. Everything's posted on that Facebook account. All the flyers that come out. Like I said, it's September 12th is our plan for this year. That's the date we have picked. But we'll have more. Obviously, as we finalize things as we go on. Yes, it takes 6 months of planning, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was at the last one.
Yeah.
And there was so many people there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, this is like amazing. And I had a friend of mine that actually was one of the sponsors.
Yeah.
She was on the shirt. So no shirts fit me, so I don't have a shirt. But I wasn't supposed to be there at first. They kind of threw me in the mix.
That's why. Because if you would have
been
on there, that's what we're telling people this year. Like, you're going to have 2 weeks to say, I'm coming. And I want this shirt size. After 2 weeks, you can still say I'm coming, but shirts are not guaranteed.
Well, here's what happened. What they told me was, hey, a friend of mine was like, hey, would you do Narcan at Night for the company? I was like, yeah, I guess. When? It's coming up right now. Oh, what time is that at?
Oh my God, the same day?
No, it was like a couple of days or so before.
That's still, yeah. No, it is September 12th this year. Registration links will be put on. Once we get them up and running, they'll be put on. We're thinking about 3 months out, and then...
The 90 days out?
Yeah.
90 days out would be good, yeah. I mean, yeah, I was like, but it was awesome to be involved in it. So, and this happened. So, listen, I didn't know it was going to happen that fast. So, we went down, we're on the strip, and we're at the mall shops, and there was like this place that makes like little drinks or whatever they sell. And I was like, hey, you guys want some Narcan in case you guys see people coming through? They go, oh, yeah, that's awesome. Because we guys are doing that. I'm super thankful for it.
Yeah.
I kid you not, we get to walk away, and someone collapsed.
Oh, wow.
And the guy hopped the countertop and Narcaned him.
Oh, wow.
That fast. So you never know when it's going to happen.
Right. No.
You never know when it's going to happen. So I'm just like, this is wild. Like, I mean, and everybody was enjoying themselves, you know. We had a really good time doing it. But it was just, it's mind-blowing, you know. And then some people, there's another thing, too. Educate yourselves on Narcan, please, because you can help save a life. Because some people are like, well, what's Narcan?
Yeah. Or I don't need that. I don't do drugs. Okay, but have you ever taken a pill? Have you ever taken an ecstasy pill? Not, you know, have you ever taken any kind of pill? Like, you don't know what's in it. I mean, does your grandmother take pills? Like, you don't know. I mean, it can happen to someone who takes pills as prescribed. You don't know. So it's always important to keep it with you no matter what. And so, yeah, it's education. We go out there to educate people. And you're still going to get the people that don't want nothing to do with it. And that's, you know, I mean, that's their choice. But if we could just educate more people about how important it is to carry it, it would help. It's a life-saving medication. I mean,
you guys would be lifesavers at EDC.
Oh, yeah. So they have a tent. I would love to get in there. I don't know. I know they have a recovery tent, but I don't know. That would be...
To get in there, yeah, because I have friends of mine that work there. They have like hydration booths,
right?
But no one ever uses them.
Yeah.
No one ever uses them.
Yeah, it's wild.
So I'm like, what? He goes, and I had another friend of mine that was selling water there, and he was like selling. I think he was getting like the cases, you know.
Yeah, man.
But he was selling for like $10 a bottle, and people would buy a bottle for $10 to go into the hydration booth. So I was like, are you kidding? Because I'm kidding. I'm not kidding you. This is like
wild.
Really. You know, a lot of people are high and stuff, but they don't think about it. They don't look for the booth.
Right.
You know, like, oh, that's a really good story. You know, I mean, a true thing, because I've heard all these things happen with EDC. Even that car ended up on top of a stone. I don't know how they got up there. I don't know. I saw the pictures. You know, but I mean, but you guys would be lifesavers at EDC here.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be a good thing to look into, for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I try to plug myself everywhere I can help. community wise. I know you guys do too. You know, like we're like I know you guys are in the tunnels.
Yeah.
Yep, huge in the tunnels and stuff like that. And then I'm more on top of the streets. I stay out of the tunnels. That's your thing.
Yeah.
So I stay on top and help out on the top and whatever I can help out with anybody, you know, and stuff like that. But it's just nice to see people are thankful.
Yeah.
Like I felt that yesterday. People are still thank you so much for doing this for us. It was really different. Some people are like, hey, you got extra ones? You know, got that one going too.
Yeah. And you give it to them. Yep, we sure do.
So I'm going to ask another magic question because your journey has something else that happened that you did not bring up. And don't forget. So apparently you're like a movie star all of a sudden.
that movie?
What was that?
I don't know. So, yeah, it's called Vegas, A Love Story or something. I don't know. They wanted people with lived experience to be extras. And so me and Steven went out there and we were homeless people in tents. That was our extra role for a day. And it was hot and it was, yeah. I give credit to our actors and all those things because, man, that you got to have some patience to be an actor. I mean, they did the takes over and over and over and over and this way. And I'm like, oh my God. I think we like literally, they probably got 3 minutes of film of the whole day of shooting. We were out there 10 hours. I'm like, and it was just like, I'm like, I can't, I could never be an actress.
Take 30?
Yeah, I'm like, I couldn't do it. So, it was a cool experience. Don't get me wrong. I'm super grateful that I was able to do it. But I will not be in the film industry in the future.
No?
No.
Why not?
No, because like I said, you need patience. You're out there for 8 hours in the sun. It was like cold and hot and. Yeah.
But couldn't your book turn into a movie?
I mean, yeah, but I don't gotta play me.
You gotta be there.
I'll be sitting in the trailer like this is what they need to do.
But you gotta be in the movie in the end. You know, you gotta be in the movie in the end. You know, they're filming, and then it becomes a success of you, and there you are.
No, it'll be someone else. No? It'll be someone else. I'll get somebody else to play.
So they put you in a tent as a homeless person for this film. It's so wild.
Yeah, we were just sitting out there, and we had to just keep moving, and we were just in the background.
Oh, weird is that?
Yeah, I don't make sense. Now I watch movies and I'm like looking at all the extras in the background and I'm like, oh my God, like I literally look at them and I'm like, they had to do that like 37 times. Walk back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, oh my God.
Right? Like the walking scenes?
Yes! I'm like, oh my God, they probably made them walk back because they made us do the thing, I mean, at least 10 times. Well, our little thing we had to do. And then we had to sit there and make sure they didn't need us anymore. Literally for 8 hours.
So when you just said that, it made me think of like I was Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
In New York.
Over and over.
And he was walking the city a lot. So that's a lot of extras.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. And every person that you see is an extra.
Wow.
Yeah. And then think about it. Every angle that the camera does has to be recreated over and over and over until they get the right take. So they do an angle and then they shoot that like 10 times. Then they do the back angle. The same thing. The person's doing the same thing from the back. Then they shoot it from this side. It's a lot. It's a lot on repeat. And so the actors are just constantly doing the same. You're probably only getting literally 3 minutes of film on a whole day shoot. We did 2 scenes.
Really? You were there for 10 hours?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that would drive me crazy.
That's why I said film industry is not my thing. I'm just not going to do it.
Just call me. I'm going to go out to get to eat. Call me, you need me.
I have no desire. It was a cool experience. Like I said, I was super grateful to do it.
Yeah, the little makeup artists and everything?
Yeah. Yeah. They just put dirt on us.
Oh, they put dirt on you?
Well, not real dirt, but they just look dirty. But yeah, I'm like, all right. There's my acting career. There's my acting debut and the end of it.
I want to have you in acting. I was an extra once. No. Not doing it.
No thanks.
No,
I'm all right.
You think of those actors that do like the facial mask, like the mask, like the mask you carry. Could you imagine?
Yeah, no. It took me probably 2 weeks of watching TV after I did that to really start watching it normal again. I would literally just watch and be like, oh my God, how long did that scene take? That probably took 5-6 hours. Oh my God, those people had to walk back and forth. Oh my God, I was like, yeah.
You drive your fiance crazy with that?
I didn't tell him. I just thought that in my head. And I'm like, oh man. And then I finally started watching TV. Now I'm going to go home and start thinking about it again. Because it was like, wow. I didn't realize how much work goes into filming something.
Yeah, so I had one scene as an actor. One. And I was a kid. And I did a Cheetos commercial. Yes, true story. Since we're sharing this. It had the screen behind you, and there's a little mattress on the floor. You couldn't see.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to be at the park. And I had a bag of Cheetos. And I was like, open the bag. And I crunch my Cheeto. Yeah. And then you hear all the kids start screaming at the park. And they had to run at me. There's actual kids running at me in the commercial. And they jump on me and tackle me down from my bag of Cheetos. God. And then they tackle me, and then it goes, Cheetos. And that was it. I cannot tell you how many times I got tackled.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, over and over, because they have to do it from different angles, and they have to see what's right, and it's like, oh my God, yep, nope.
Yep. Or what was it? John, make this different facial expression.
Yes.
Excitement, ready to.
Yes.
And then, no, John, let's bring it back a little bit. Let's try something different. I'm a kid. I'm like, bro, I just want to eat chips, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I just want to eat chips.
Was...
Yeah, I went through that. I went through casting calls. I was supposed to be the fat guy on the baseball movie. What was it called? Oh, God, with the kids. What was it called? It's an old movie. But I was on that one. I went from Matilda to be the brother. I did that. I sat in front of Danny DeVito for that.
Oh, wow.
That was super cool. Did not get the position.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's that's super cool though.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
Yeah, like that just fell in my lap one day. So like, there's things that come up that just, it's like, oh, yep, guess we're doing that now. Like it's just kind of my life. So I just, like I said, I don't say no. If something really cool comes up that I know like I'm gonna get something out of, or growth wise, I'm taking it.
You can imagine talking to clients or trying to talk to you. Like, I can't help you that day. I'll be in a tent for the train tracks.
No, I did go teach class later that night though, and I was like, they were like, "You're really shiny." Because I went home and I washed.
Really shiny.
I washed all my makeup off, and like I like toned my face. I like just so it was super clean. Like really clean, and I went to teach class that night. And they're like, "Why are you so shiny?" And I was like, "Oh my God! Well, you see, I was in the desert all day, making this film as an extra, playing a homeless person, and I went to go home and scrub my face. So now it's like really." They're like, "What were you doing?" I'm like, "It's fine, just."
I already told you once. We can tell it again.
Yeah.
You have no idea what I went through. So this is amazing. I love First of all, I'm gonna say I love everything about you. I met a lot of people in this field through Crossroads and different agencies and Shine a Light, seeing it for the first time. And there's certain people that really just inspire, really people that motivate people. And seeing how people interact with other people and people who want help and stuff like that. I absolutely love everything you do.
Thank you.
I really do, truthfully. And it's like, I talk about you all the time. Even at work, I called this person over there, so I'm gonna call Jamie. Right. But it's just because I think what I love about you too is that it's not just how you're with the community and how you're at work, but with everyone. If I call you,
mm-hmm.
Hey John, what's up? I've had people meet you, stuff like that. So you're very different when it comes across the board of how you are with everyone.
Yeah.
And I think that speaks volumes for who you are as a person. And I think that's something that could be, taught to others. Like, people should take notes. That's how I feel. I met people in things that you do that are not exactly how you are. I think if people are in this field for billing, people are in this field just to get their day through so they can pay their bills, I don't feel like you're going to be a success for the person you're helping.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? And you don't do that.
Yeah.
Even when you get overwhelmed, like you said, you take a break, you keep trucking. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I will go to work and people say, I've had a hell of a day. Hey, John, I got to ask you a question. I'm in management over at Miracle Minds.
Yeah.
And they're like, I got to ask you a question. No, not today. Not today.
Yeah.
Not today. Yeah. It's just like, it's just one question. I'm like, oh, please, just go ahead. Just go ahead. But it's not them. I love my staff too. So I feel the same way you do.
Yeah.
I feel like, you go through all this, you help all these people. I do the same thing. I think it's just when you bring great people together, great successes and progress happen. Yeah. And that's what I like to see, So I think that's something that people could learn from you. Shine a Light's amazing. I've never had nothing bad to say about Shine a Light. I came in a little different with Shine a Light. me and the big guy didn't see eye to eye. But awesome guy.
Yeah.
He helps a lot of people too. So I think it's great what you do. I hope they never change what you do. And I hope it continues to be a success across the board. I really do. I definitely want to see what more you'll do. I mean, I do, but I don't. Jody's doing enough stuff.
We'll see. We'll do this again next year.
I'm waiting for part 2, the success of sobriety.
Right.
This is it. Because that's another thing too. I don't know why no one's ever done that. They write books about their journey, but they never the success of maintaining would be an awesome story to read because it gives hope.
Yeah.
Hope is a big thing. So I appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you for having me once again.
Absolutely. This has been going. So I was just like, hey, can we schedule this? And then, no, I can't do that day. And then, so luckily I called her after work today. But Jamie's phenomenal at Shine a Light and with Crossroads. Jamie helps many people. If you have someone struggling or if you have a question, listen, Shine a Light's one of those places say, hey, man, this is what's up. Crossroads one of those places you can stop and say, I need some help. Yeah. They'll give you the answers. You're not going to walk in, they're going to throw you out. You're going to walk in, they're going to give you an answer. Because that's what it takes to become successful, especially with sobriety, mental health, all of it. There's a lot of co-occurring situations, and it takes a special breed of people to really help your family and yourself get through it. Self-care is very important. Jamie's learned self-care because she's going to need vacation soon.
Yes.
But the thing is, I want you all to get all the help. Narcan at Night. Look for that. It's going to be on the Sober and Strong LLC website. I will post it there. The heroin book is going to be on the website where you could purchase it and stuff like that. I might even create an email that will send maybe, I don't know if you sell books personally, I'm not really sure.
I do. I started to order some. I just sold them. But
Is this one available?
Yes.
Okay, that one's sold. I have that one. But it's a good connection to have with people. And it's something good to read. And I mean, I'll tell you, you heard Jamie. She's very serious about this. So when more things come out, if Jamie has other things coming out, we'll be on the website. I'm going to share everything. I'll even do some media commercials not commercials if you want to call it, but something on media so that you can understand what's going on and chime in and ask questions. I could tag Jamie in it, so if everybody has a direct question, she can answer better than I could. So I will do that. So we want to continue helping Las Vegas, all communities, but right now we're in Las Vegas. You heard Jamie, she wants to go state to state, which would be amazing. So any drive that you have, any type of inspiration you have, any type of hope you want to give, right here. This is what you got to do. Jamie, in the end, is there anything you want to share with the people watching this video? They're going to say, hey, that's a good idea. Like any type of thought, sobriety, help. What was something you would share?
I mean, I would just say, please reach out. There are people out there who can help and are willing to help. I always tell people this, like, I can't help you if I don't know what you're struggling with, right? You have to be honest. You have to be open. But Shine's door is always open. I'm on Facebook. I'm readily available. My messages are always open. And even if it's just a talk, say, hey, I'm struggling. This is what I'm going through. I've stopped work to answer, a phone call. Someone saying, hey, I just need to talk for 5 minutes. And it's just stuff like that. So please reach out. Don't feel shame. I mean, I know it's hard to say, but don't feel shame. Reach out to someone who understands, and I think John and I very much do. So.
No, 100%. I appreciate you sharing that. All right, I thank you all so much. I appreciate you guys supporting Addiction. We have many shows. We have more coming up. We have Jay is Light coming in on the 29th. We did record that show, but the memory card did not want to work that day. So we're redoing it. But we'll have the backdrop. We'll have the son of the young lady that passed away. Grandma will be here as well. Kimberly will be here. She's on the board for that company as well. So we're going to talk about this with the backdrop and everything. You'll get more of the story of what's going on and the emotions behind it and how many successes. So I appreciate you again. Thank you so much. And thank you again for watching Addiction.